Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already guessed by the thumbnail, I did have a delivery this morning and I was definitely going to film with it today and get it up for you guys. It is of course the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes. So if you're interested and if you want to see me create a look with this, do some comparison swatches to Serenity, because I know a couple of people said that there were some shades in there that were very similar to the Muse palette. See my first impressions and also do some swatches. Then please stick around, please like, please subscribe, and please turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. So I bought this palette when it launched. It was a whole palaver. It sold out within 3 minutes, which is absolutely insane. If you've ever known a palette sell out so quickly, please let me know down below, because I'm really interested. Because since I've been on the makeup scene, I've never known it, ever. So I'd be really interested to know if you've known a palette sell out as quickly as this one did. Yeah, but let's just dive into what I thought when I first saw the palette released. So of course, over on Instagram, I'll link their page down below, but it's just Cosmic Brushes. We obviously saw the outer packaging first, and I thought this is going to be plummy, purpley, pinky, maybe a touch of green, because she obviously did have that, you know, darker green up the corner. And then she released the colour story, and I was a bit confused because I was like, this is a very green heavy palette. So I think maybe she should have altered it and done maybe this all green with the pop of purple, because that's what this is. This is a very green heavy palette with a pop of purple, purpley pink. You know, so it's, yeah, that is kind of, it was kind of off-putting. I still obviously really wanted to get it. I absolutely love Serenity. But yeah, I was very confused. I was a little bit like, I don't get it, because I don't feel like, you know, it kind of matches the outer packaging. The outer packaging is beautiful. And even like the promo pictures, I think like the lady that was trying out the palette, she was wearing like a purple dress. It was like purple flowers. And I was a bit like, the palette's not that purple to say you've kind of done everything purpley pink. I was a little bit confused. It's more green to me. But yeah, I was a little bit confused, but we'll get into that. And then I also picked up her purple brush collection, which has this little cute little purple pouch, which to be fair, I probably won't even keep, or I might give it to my daughter. And this is the set that I picked up. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And were they on a discount? Or were they not? No, I think they were £20. For 7 eye brushes, and I love an eye brush, and I thought that we could test these out today whilst creating a look with the Muse palette. So we're going to dive into this. I'm going to show you some swatches. We'll do that first, and then I'll do a look, and then I'll do some comparisons of shades with the Serenity palette. I thought I was filming. I'm just sat here talking to myself. I wasn't filming. I do apologise. So what I was saying is I was looking at the colour story, and every time on the first one I want to try and use as many shades as I possibly can. So I was kind of looking and thinking, how can I combine the green, obviously because it's very green heavy, with maybe a pop of maybe this purple on towards the inner part of the eye. I don't know, but I'm just starting out on the CB2 brush. I've picked up the shade Filigree, and I'm just popping that on the outer corner. It is very pigmented, very soft in the pan. And I was also saying that has anyone seen the Snow White collection from Colourpop? Because that mirror, I'm feeling it. I think I might have to purchase that mirror, even, and the lip products as well. I'm not too keen like on the palette, to be quite honest, but yeah. So I'm just gonna build this shade up to get it kind of where I want it, but it is, and I'm just packing it on at the moment. This brush is like a little bit tapered, so it's like you can kind of, you can pack it on. I really like that. So we're just gonna build this shade up and get it to where I want it. So now that's on both eyes, and I've just literally packed it on, I haven't blended it out or anything, so I thought I'd use a shade to blend out. I'm going to use the shade Water Lily, which looks beautiful. I love the names in these palettes, and I'm going to pick that up on the CB3, which is not really, which is quite firm, that brush, so I don't know how well this will blend because it's not very fluffy. Well, I'm going to pack it on actually first. That's what I'm going to do. Pack it on and then we'll blend it out. Oh, it's very pigmented. So I do love the colour story. I love green palette anyway, so I feel like they could have just got away with, maybe the packaging isn't, you know. Okay, so I'll just pack that on all to the outer corner, and then I'm going to start to blend out and blend in. And the shade reminds me of like Kermit the Frog. I don't know why, because I feel like he's a bit more brighter green, but I just, yeah. These shades just blend together, like, with just like no effort at all. This brush is definitely a little bit more on the stiffer side. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's a blending brush, but it's working okay. So I'm just gonna keep doing those circular motions, making sure that everything is nice and blended. But like I say, it just blends so effortlessly. And then just to blend out that, just so we're using as many shades as possible, I'm going to go into this like beautiful mustard here, and that is the shade Admire, and I'm going to pick that up on, hopefully this one is, oh, that's a little bit softer. I'm going to pick that up on the CB1. I'm just going to very lightly go over the edges, so you don't want to take away the focus of the green, but I do love a good mustard shade. I feel like that's going to be a really nice blending out shade as well. I think I might do purple on the lower lash line, seeing as the green has taken over. Just very lightly on the outer edges, and then I will go back through all of my shades. And is there a bigger blending brush? No. I will go back through all of my shades and just re-intensify them and make sure everything is blended out to where I want it. But I'm really happy with how the shades are performing. I don't have any problems with these mattes at the moment. Let's hope that that continues. Yes, I'm just going to go back through all the shades now, re-intensify, and then we will come back and pick some shimmers. Right, so for the shimmers, I've just gone in with my Pat McGrath Artistry Wand Intensify stick, and there's not a brush I can use for shimmers, so I'm going to pick it up with my Refa 21, and I think I'm going to go in with the shade Patina all over the lid, and then I might do this as the inner corner. So I'm thinking now I might stick green on the lower lash line as well. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We will see. But I might do some different greens. I've got hair on my brush. Yeah, so I'm going to go into the shade Patina. Obviously, you have all seen the swatches. I have not. We'll see how that picks up absolutely fine. On a brush, I have done my makeup. Should I spray it? I don't think I had to spray it with Serenity, so we're just gonna hope and pray. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this all over the lid, and then I'm thinking of doing that really bright one on the inner corner. I might put some matte down first though, to really make it pop. Hopefully, that's gonna, my palette's gonna fall off. And then I was gonna do, this was not the plan. I wanted to do obviously more of a look, but I'm sorry, we ended up being quite green. I'm just gonna tap that across the mat just to help blend it in, but it's blended in really nicely, to be fair. And then I'm going to, that's really pretty. I'm just going to match up the other eye whilst we're here, because I've already put my Intensify stick down. Yeah, I think I'm going to put like a matte on the inner corner. I think that mustard shade on the inner corner would look beautiful as well. I'm hoping if I put a matte down, that lighter green shimmer will just pop even more. That is my plan. And I've just, never mind. It's got like a greeny gold reflect to it. It's very pretty. It's not very sparkly, which is a little bit disappointing. It does have a really nice like green. I would say it's probably like maybe a duochrome, which just got different like different reflex of green in there. Yeah, matte on the inner corner. I'm gonna do a matte on the inner corner with the CB5 brush. I'm just going back into that mustardy shade just to make sure that when I put this green down, it can pop a little bit more. That's my plan anyway. I went a little bit too far over with that green shimmer on this eye, but it's fine. Right, same brush, just gonna Sigma switch, and then I'm gonna go into the lightest green shimmer, which is called Inspire. And I am going to spray this one because I don't have nothing for it to stick to. So let me get some spray from somewhere. Let's see. It looks really dark on the brush. I'm a little bit confused. It looks really light in the pan, dark on the brush. I have a dog hair. We're just going to see. Oh, that's nice. That'd be pigmented. Pretty, pretty. You know how I feel about a green look. I just love it. Just going to slightly bring it up into, just into the inner portion, just to help it blend together. Now I really don't know what to do on the lower lash line. Oh, help a girl out, guys, help a girl out. That's kind of what we're looking like. That putting that MAC down. Just beautiful. What shall I do on the lower lash line? What shall I do? I think I'm going to go into the shade Pine. Would that work? Maybe blend it out with Haze, or should I just... Oh, should we go neutral? Ooh, yeah, let's go in with Haze. And I'm going to pick that up on the CB6 brush. And let's maybe do neutral. Who knows? Could this work, or could this... I've got a little bit of fallout. Trying to keep this as close to the lower lash line as possible. I think that fallout is from that green, so I didn't spray it, like the darker green. That's nice. Can you hear my daughter? She's not alone, by the way. She's just... She has to be the loudest in the house at the moment, apparently. So I'm just gonna go. This is kind of it now, I think. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else to it. But we're gonna go shoot off camera, do the rest, like mascara, lashes, and all that jazz. And yeah, I really like that though on the lower lash line. Actually, it's really nice. Then we'll be back with the completed look. So we are back with the completed look. Did I add some green dots and gems to the side? Of course I did. Of course I did. I was in the zone. So let's just wrap things up with what's on my face, and then we can dive in and do some comparison swatches. So for lip, I went in with the Kaleidos lip clay in the shade Queen of the Night, and then it was a little bit too dark and grungy and dingy. It didn't really suit me, so I topped it off with Doll Beauty Gloss in the shade Blogged. For eyeliner, I just went in and added the All Smudge No Budge in Nerve. I've been wanting to test out because I had it in a mystery box. And yeah, everything else will be, of course, linked down below. First impressions of the palette, I absolutely love it. Those, I do, I'm not going to lie. Everything just blended out so nicely. I really enjoyed the brushes as well. That little one was a little bit stiff, but again, it just worked really, really well. There wasn't much kick up in the pan apart from this maybe shade, but I had to go in with that with, like, obviously a very small dense brush, so I feel like that was possibly the reason why. But the other shades I had absolutely no problem, and I had no kick up with. The shimmers picked up beautifully on a brush. That one was really, really nice in the inner corner, but again, I did place it over the top of a matte. If it wasn't, would it have been as popping? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I will do 3 looks 1 palette if you are interested. If you're not interested, I'll probably still do it anyway. So yeah, let's dive in and have a look at Serenity. Have a look at them closer together and see if we can see any... I'm going to do this live. So see if we can see any comparisons. So this is, of course, the famous Serenity palette, which was a lot of people's #1 palette for 2022. It was my #2 palette. If you haven't watched that, go and check it out. And this is what she looks like. Definitely there is green in there, but there's also purples, darker purples, lighter purples, pastel colours, and there's pops of blue, which we don't have in this one. Just going to pop them up next to you so you can see. I hope that you can see that. I'm not too sure. And let's see if we can see some comparisons. I feel, let's have a look. Let's have a look at them closer together. Muse and Water Lily could be quite similar. Let's go with that one. Oh no, sorry, Moss. Muse is the name of this palette, isn't it? So I'm going to go in with the shade Moss from Serenity. And we're just going to swatch it right here. So that is the shade Moss. It's a terrible swatch. And then I think the Water Lily might be the closest one, and that was the one that I used today. And swatch that underneath. It's done definitely a lot lighter. Just do another swatch of that one. Yeah, they're totally different greens. Absolutely not similar at all. This one's definitely more like a yellow base. That is more of a true green. Let's have a look. I think maybe Forest and Pine. I think they're going to be really different, but they are definitely the darkest greens in the palette. So I'm going to go in with the shade Forest from Serenity. I don't think these will be anywhere near each other, but that is definitely like more a blue. And Pine from Muse. Yeah, totally different. Totally different. Let's have a look. I don't think I can see any. Oh, shimmer wise. Let's have a go. Let's have a look at the shade Wanderer down here, and then I'll go in with the shade that I used today, which was Patina. So this is Wanderer, and if I can do it, this is Patina. Again, totally different. That has got that beautiful like goldy lighty green shift to it. That's it really. I don't think I can see any more shades that are similar. Just going to have a look, make sure I haven't left anything out. The purples and that are totally different, so I'm not even going to swatch those because they're nothing alike. No, I think that is all that I can see. Yeah, that's all the ones that I can see anyway. So as you can see, they're definitely not the same in any way, shape or form. They're totally different. So if you were, you know, thinking, oh, they look like really similar, they're really not. And yeah, I think that is all for today's video. I will of course link everything that I've used on my face down in the description box, and I think that's everything. Is that everything? I always feel like I'm going to be going out of these videos not telling you something, but I think yeah, that's everything, isn't it? Okay. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.